What's up, world? It's your man, Donzel, back at you from the Intellectual Simpleton. I just want to kind of talk real brief about, once again, this Chauncey Billups and Jason Kidd, but not from the same perspective. This time I want to talk about the black media gang. I came up with that the other night. That's what I call them. That's my word. Anybody want to use it, that y'all could use it. But the black media gang, because that's what they are. And today I want to show you, or tonight rather, I want to show you how the black media gang are going about doing their bidding. Now, once again, we didn't know nothing. I didn't know, and I'm starting to see a lot of people didn't know nothing about what happened with Chauncey Billups or whatever when he was 19, 20 years old. But now, Chris Broussard and the other guy, I can't think his name, the ugly dude, they talking about how, and maybe it's some more headlines, like I said, I don't watch a lot of TV, I just happened to come across their podcast, but they were talking about, like, I guess the fans are mad at the Portland fans are mad at Damian Lillard now because he, I guess, supported the hiring of Chauncey Billups, which he should. So now, I guess they out here trying to set the narrative that Dame Lillard might be wanting to leave now, leave Portland. You see, that's how the black media gang works. When there is no narrative, they'll create one. When you're not thinking something, they'll give you something to think about. Now, why are these two brothers even still discussing this? Like, the man got the job. Like, why are we discussing what he did 20 or so years ago when he did everything and it hadn't been no problem? See, they trying to tarnish these black men. They trying to keep these young black men in this NBA from controlling their narrative, from controlling, who coaches them, who's in the front office. Why shouldn't the league be controlled by the players who play it? The owner's going to make the money regardless. They own the team. But since these these black men, Chauncey Billups and Jason Kidd, got these jobs, now there's more black men with coaching. Y'all not realizing, the more black men hired as coaches, head coaches, the less white men that got a job. And if you know about the system of supremacy, you keep yourself in power. You don't let nobody else get the power. So this is bigger than just these two guys. They're trying to create the narrative so they can destroy any black coach trying to be a head coach in the NBA, just like they did with Kwame Brown, and destroying black men, young black minds, from going straight to the league to change their family life. You gotta watch the narrative. There's no reason why Chris Broussard, and that's his name, Rob Parker, should still be up here talking about this headline from a couple days ago. And then they talk as if they're with Chauncey. They don't believe it. Like, nah. See, that's the Jedi mind trick, the reverse psychology. Because even though we're saying we're standing with him, we're still putting out the narrative to be against him by giving you information that otherwise you wouldn't be privy to unless we're putting it out there. Like, these men got tactics, man. Serious tactics. Like, why are y'all still talking about it? And now y'all trying to push the narrative to put heat onto Damian Lillard to where it might get too much for him and he asks for a trade. Because that media pressure, that fan pressure is hard. And Dame Lillard don't seem like a weak guy. But I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to force him to want to trade to make the job not as desirable now. Now Chauncey Billups has a harder time of being successful. Just in the same way, if you notice how they're putting out stuff about Luka Doncic or whatever his name is, and Porzingis, and how they don't get along. You see they causing rift already before these men even coach their first game for these teams. They're already creating dissension within the locker room, within the organization, so that these men are set up to fail. You got to see the Jedi mind trick these guys are playing. And what do they use to set the narrative? The black media gang. These boys are sent out here to destroy black men. And not just any old black men, black family men, black men who seem to have their stuff together, black men who are setting example for younger black men to look up to. Because we got enough of these kill, smoke, dope, fuck. These guys that promote everything that's wrong, when we got a couple stand-up guys that get a little spotlight. It's the black media gang job to make sure that light don't shine too bright. And if it's up to them, they're going to dim that light. It's no point for two black men to be discussing the narrative that they're discussing, as far as Chauncey and Jason Kidd, and then now trying to set the narrative that the fans are mad at Dame Lillard. Let me tell you hypocritical people something. If you're gonna be mad, and I'm not cool with sexual assault, rape, or none of that stuff, but I know as a black man, it's hard to get out of that stuff if you really did it. A lot of these guys just be paying and selling because once it's said about them, it'll be more trouble trying to prove yourself innocent than it would be to just pay the person and let them go on about their way. Because most of the 9 out of 10 times, I ain't gonna say 9, 7 out of 10 times, it's just about the money when it comes to black men with money. And this is what's hypocritical, because you want to tear down everybody who has an accusation or been accused of something, but our country was built or founded, not built because it was built by black men like myself and women, but the founding fathers were rapists, murderers, pedophiles, some of the most foul, evil, just bad men that ever existed. But you run around saying you're proud to be an American. You run around spending money with these guys' picture on it. You run around celebrating their holidays. You run around loving these murderers, rapists, pedophiles, slavers. And then want to down somebody who was accused of something but wasn't found guilty of anything. You people are sick in the head. Chris Broussard and Rob Parker, the ugly man, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. I'm calling the black media gang out every day. or every time I get a chance to, when I see you boys out here disrespecting the black community. That's all I want to say. We need to take this black media gang down, like Kwame say. It is what it is. You know what I like to say. I'm just a man with an opinion and some kids. Thank you for tuning in to the Intellectual Simpleton.